Our viewers, welcome again to the Entrepreneur TV show. My name is Lucy Jeffrey. I'm delighted to have you and to bring you wonderful professionals and business owners that we have showcased for the last 4 years, almost 5 years now, because we want you to know the people that we serve so that if you need their services, you can go to them. But I would like to remind you that this show is sponsored by the Entrepreneur Nation. And the Entrepreneur Nation is a business development group that I started in 2018, started in London, Ontario, and it grew so much that we are in several provinces now. So the Entrepreneur Nation has been behind this, and we thank Rogers TV for supporting us with the broadcasting time. Our next sponsor is Mackenzie Lake Lawyers. Mackenzie Lake Lawyers, a big law firm in London, Ontario. They also have a location in Guelph. And so they came together because their lawyers are part of the Entrepreneur Nation, and they decided that they will sponsor the show. And we really appreciate Mackenzie Lake Lawyers. The next sponsor is Alex Valili. Alex Valili is a commercial litigation lawyer with Mackenzie Lake Lawyers. It's actually through Alex that we were able to get Mackenzie Lake Lawyers to sponsor us, because Alex joined the Entrepreneur Nation and saw what was going on, and he decided to start a chapter in Guelph. So he's supporting business owners in Guelph, and so he came forward and was able to help us to have the sponsorship from Mackenzie Lake Lawyers. My guest today is someone who has some exciting products and some exciting businesses that he wants to share with you today. And I'll bring forward Fran Murray. Hello, Fran. How are
Hi.
you?
Hello. I am excellent, Lucy. Always amazing to be in your company.
Thank you. I'm always delighted to be in your company, and I'm happy that however busy you are, and our viewers are going to hear that today, you have been able to find time to be with us today.
Absolutely.
Thank you. So, Fran, without wasting your time, because I know our viewers will get to know what you do, you're in the business of making people happy, right?
That's right. That's right.
Exactly, right? And you're in the business of making entrepreneurs look good. But let's start with you. Let's make you look good first. I want you to tell our viewers about you.
Yes, thank you, Lucy. I am Fran Murray, the owner of Fran Murray Co. I live in the GTA, and that's also where I operate out of my business. And I am the mom to four very energetic children. And I'm also an author, which is a feat that I'm very proud of, as well as I was one of the contestants on a baking show called The Big Bake. So pretty exciting.
Awesome, great. That's great to know. So then you decided you're on the show, on the baking show. But tell us a little bit before you actually started your business, you worked in the corporate world. Are you comfortable talking? Because I see your professionalism
Yes,
and I can
yes.
tell that you worked in the corporate world.
Absolutely. So I was in corporate Canada for over 17 years, and I started at a very young age. And I mean, I have grown so much as a result of my experiences. And my, colleagues were lawyers, were business professionals. And a lot of what I do had to do with building relationships with members of parliament, with government bodies and industry participants, internal stakeholders. So I have a keen knack on how to just find commonalities between individuals, capitalize on those commonalities, allowing people to feel comfortable, just so I can have an opening to have have difficult conversations, And I found that my ability to build relationships was very much tied to my success in corporate Canada.
Awesome, great. That's very good to hear that. So tell us a little bit about your background. Did you come from another country? Because I think I want that to come out. Did you come
For
from another country, or
sure.
did your parents come from another country? And tell us a little bit about your relationship with Jamaica and Canada.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for asking. I was born in Jamaica, and so I emigrated here at the age of 9. And I mean, it was a very exciting time for me and my family, like even seeing snow for the first time. It was fun. There were a lot of distractions as a child, building snow forts, all of that stuff. And, it was really the first time I came into contact with abundance, like with having way more than you can possibly need, and to this day, like, I'm someone that I am just so appreciative of the little things. I don't need a whole ton to be happy. And that really helps my connection with other people, that you know what, I appreciate you where you are at, right? I don't need you to do all the bells and the whistles for me. So yes, thank you for helping me bring that connection in.
Thank you. You know what? Being immigrant to Canada, although now citizens, including myself, that brightens my face, right? It makes me feel great about being here and supporting others and seeing others succeed who came from another country. So thank you for disclosing that. So then let's dive in now to your own business, Fran Murray Co. So would you mind telling our viewers then why did you decide to move out of corporate Canada and to your business?
Yes. What it was is I've always been a creative individual, right? So in corporate Canada, I was very creative with words. That was my job. And so I really tapped into activating my creative side when I gave birth to my first child, so 11 years ago. And that was the first time on maternity leave having so much time to myself because I was a workaholic. I mean, my work was my identity. And now I'm not doing that anymore. Well, what do I do? So I remembered I always wanted to start a business. I started doing vision board exercises, trying to peel back the layers of who Fran is, just like you peel back the layers of an onion. And I discovered, wait, I used to bake a whole lot. Like maybe there's something here. And so I started baking, and the feedback that I was getting was phenomenal. I honed my skills, and I did wedding cakes, dessert tables, all that stuff. Then I decided that I wanted to be the forefront of my brand as I was starting my journey through authenticity, wanting to show people who I am, what I stood for, and I wanted to make the world a better place through my morals and my values. So I rebranded to Fran Murray Co. And now we make gourmet confections into luxurious giftings for phenomenal businesses.
Awesome, great. Thank you for doing that, Fran. It's really exciting. And let me ask you then, Fran Mariko, how did you come up with the name? I like it.
Yeah, well, my name is Frances Murray. So I shortened it Fran because everybody calls me Fran. And that's what we do as Canadians, North Americans, we shorten people's names. And well, it's company. So it's Fran Murray Company. And that was really me stepping on stage, really coming to the forefront, because previously my brand was Chef Fran Desserts, right? And you didn't see my face a lot. It was a logo, and I didn't want to hide behind a logo anymore. I wanted people to see me and know what I stand for, and if there's a commonality, then let's do business together. And really, it was for people to just have permission to be. I was giving myself permission to show up the way I knew how, and I wanted people to also have that permission to do the same.
Thank you. Thank you, Fran, for doing that. Awesome. Great. Thank you so much, Fran, for doing that and supporting other businesses. And so then my next question is, I know your products are hand-picked. Yes, you buy them from small
Yes.
businesses, but you don't just buy anything simply because you're buying it from small businesses. You still want to keep the professionalism and the high profile. Can you tell us a little bit about how you handpick the products?
Yes, absolutely. So a part of what I do is, yes, it's a for profit company, but there's also a philanthropic part of it, and that is bringing small business to the forefront. The stigma is that a small product based business belong in flea markets. Like that's where you go to get a product based business and support local. Well, I want to change that. And just because we are not in these big box stores does not mean that what we offer isn't of value. and can actually benefit, your day to day. And so when I look at which products to choose, the branding must be on point. The aesthetically, it must look amazing. And also, I also need to know what your brand story is. Is there a story attached to your brand? Why are you in business? Do you share the commonality with my brand that, we want to infuse the world with love? We want people to be seen and appreciated. If that is shared, then definitely that is a reason why I would book a call with a vendor. And also, I want to know if you're in it for the long haul, right? Like, did you start your business last month and hey, friend, I want to be in your box? That's not how it goes. We can definitely be having conversations and I can help you build your business until, it's time where I can say, yes, I'll definitely accept your products in my packaging. But it's definitely handpicked and it has to also suit the demographic of my clients, right? And these are high end gifting. And so we want to make sure that we keep that as much as possible.
So, talk about high-end gifting. I can see even where you are sitting, Fran, all those decorations that are there, it's really high-end. And I can imagine even our viewers can see the profile that you bring. And I think that's why within the Entrepreneur Nation members have embraced you, because the gift that you send to their clients are awesome. So
Thanks.
let me ask you, and I put that question on the screen for our viewers to see. Most business owners, including myself, I'm a culprit here, when they are doing their budgeting, they don't budget for gifts. Right? They budget for everything else. They budget for rent. They budget for employee salaries. They budget even for taxes that they pay Canada revenue, but they never budget for giving back to their clients through
That's right.
gifts. Tell us, how have you been able to overcome that and convince them this is something they need to do?
Yes. So interestingly enough, I did actually start out by trying to convince business owners why it's important to gift. And I took a step back and I realized, you know what? That would take a lot of effort and really pivot my business to more marketing through education, when really what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make it easier for you to gift, right? I'm not convincing you to gift. I can tell you all the benefits to gifting and some of my posts do that, but I get clients who say, Fran, I've always wanted to gift. I know the importance of making sure that my clients feel seen and appreciated, but it's just so hard, right? And to answer that question or even to provide a solution to that is I make it incredibly easy to do. In fact, we have a very quick conversation, a discovery call. I go over why they want to gift. I go over, well, tell me about your clients. Because if we are honest with ourselves and if we actually do the reflective work and look to see what our client profiles are, there's common threads that run between all of our clients, right? And if I can pull that common thread, then I can very quickly be able to help you come up with your signature gift that you can gift every month if you're a high transaction business. Or I can come up with a series of gifts that you can gift as well.
So that's really great, Fran. I appreciate. But let me ask you, I actually was saying convince me, but it's not really convincing people. There are some people who are busy, right? They want to
Yes,
buy the gift,
that's
but they
right.
are very busy. Like I personally am very busy. I was thinking I need to have an assistant that can, but some people are very busy. So what processes have you put in place for busy people like me to still be able to gift?
Absolutely. And so what we say here at Fran Murray Co is that we make gifting easy. Because if you have to do one or two more things, you probably won't do it. And then you'll be caught in a cycle, right? Which you just don't know how much, you don't think your clients know how much they're appreciated because you haven't shown them. And you want to make sure that they know. And so what I do is I have a template, a sheet that is shared between both our companies. We would have a discovery call and come up with all the tiered pricing, all the tiered giftings. We'll come up with your signature gift. So when your admin or yourself go in to fill out your form, all we need from you is the name and the address, and you choose from the tiers that we've already discussed, and you know exactly what gift is going out, and you know exactly when the gift is going out because we have already discussed that. And so we're putting your gifting up on autopilot. So think about the post transaction client care is on autopilot, right? So those clients turn into repeat clients and they turn into raving fans and referral sources without even knowing it.
Awesome, great. I have our service providers to me because people, you don't do business on by yourself, right? There are
Right.
so many people who help me to do this business, and if I was to actually even prioritize who to give something, would be my service providers. I think
Right.
you can go beyond that and ask business owners who are other people that help them to grow the business. So, right?
Yes, yes. No, you're absolutely right, Lucy. And so I say, yes, if you have 5 employees, don't just focus on the 5 employees to gift, right? Yes, they help you do business, they help you stay in business, but think about your referral partners, the people who are funneling
Yeah.
business into your organization. Like those are the people you want to make sure feel appreciated, whether they're vendors, right? Whether they're HR personnels that are external to your business, whoever feeds leads, quality leads into your business. And if without them, you will actually take a hit on your bottom line. Focus on those key relationships.
Yes, thank you so much. So let me ask you this question then. I think people have become so busy, so much that relationships have become transactional, right?
Yes,
So busy. But you know that even at the Entrepreneur Nation, I emphasize on relationship,
that's
right?
right.
Building relationship is what will really sustain that business. So
That's
how
right.
does Fran Murray Co help businesses to build those relationships?
Absolutely. So, Lucy, I have people think, have you ever received a gift or a token or something that was so unexpected? And you open that thing, and the feeling that takes you, the feeling that is conjured up from opening whatever this thing is you receive, picture a client of yours, an industry partner of yours, opening something that you've sent, and that positive, warm feeling overcoming them, and then that feeling be associated with the services you've provided them. Can you imagine how impactful that would be? Right? And so they will know they are appreciated. They will know that what they're doing for you is of value. And guess what? They will continue doing it. Right. And so that is what I say that, gifting is an experiential gifting. And experiential, I mean, with everything I gift, there has to be an interaction between the receiver and whatever the gift is, because that is what will create the experience and the warm and fuzzy and amazing feelings that will be associated with the amazing service that you provided them with in the past. And that creates longevity, and that allows you to be top of mind for when they are having future conversations. They will remember you and then be able to mention your name or your business and provide you with a referral.
Exactly. Thank you so much. So my next question, and without disclosing your customers' privacy, without even mentioning names, would you share with our viewers an example of where your gifting agency helped one of your clients and ended up leaving a lasting impact?
Oh my goodness, I can. There's so many. And so I deal with quite a few, business lawyers, also business coaches, some real estate agents, mortgage brokers, firms, etc. And what is top of mind is a law firm actually provided a gift to one of her colleagues who, they help their her partner colleague, and she told me that the gift that she sent actually brought in 5 referrals. One gift brought in 5 referrals. And I was floored. Like, I know the impact of what I do, right? But just to hear it right out of the mouth of someone, a client of mine who trusted me to help them nurture relationships and say that that one gift brought in 5 referrals, I mean, I felt amazing. And there are some people who tell me, Fran, this is the best part of what I do. Receiving those amazing thank you notes. Like, recipients don't just send my clients, "Thank you. That is so great. It wasn't expected. You shouldn't have." It is long. Like these messages are incredibly long and they're heartfelt, right? And that's how you know you've created such a great connection between your service and the person who received the service. It's phenomenal. I think business does not have to be transactional. It can definitely be relational. And when it is relational, you'll definitely see a difference in your marketing costs and you'll see a difference in your bottom line.
Awesome, Fran. And you know what? I remember when you started with us, the Entrepreneur Nation here, I actually owned a gift for myself. Right? I
Yes.
wanted to test it out because I always want to be the first one to test things out. And it was great and awesome. I really like everything that you sent and the cards that were written and
Yeah.
handwritten. And so I'll definitely be happy to own a gift for my clients or for my service providers. I always say it on
Yes.
TV, but then I'm throwing it back to you to make sure that I do it because
Oh,
I know I'll end
absolutely.
up forgetting.
Oh, for sure. And that's what we do, which is so amazing is that, yes, when you come into the Fran Murray Co world, we make it so easy for you. So we remind you, right? So, for example, if you had sent a birthday gift to a high profile client of yours, well, we will remind you the next year, a few months prior to say, hey, is this something else you want to do? And so we have the resources to be able to do that. And we want to make it easy for you, right? We want to help you help us grow. And then you help us grow, you're helping the community as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So let me ask you this question, giving back. So tell me a little bit, do clients use this as part of giving back or what happens there?
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know if when a client comes to me, their initial, reason or primary reason is philanthropy. I think it's more the cherry on top that during our discovery call, when I do explain the inner workings of Fran Murray Co., they feel so connected to the mission that we have that they're like, yes, absolutely. Oh my goodness, I came in for gifting, but you're telling me I'm going to be able to provide an impact within the small business community, the small product based business community. I'm all for it.
Awesome, awesome, Fran. Awesome, Fran. So let me ask you, and I know we're almost coming to an end. What is the vision? I know you're doing great. I can see how exciting it is. By the way, Fran, I even came to see your production
You
center
did.
in Mississauga, and you are
Yes.
able to ship these things across Ontario, or is it across the
It's
country?
across Canada. We've shipped to the UK and the US as well.
Awesome, great. So viewers have been to that production unit. I don't bring people here that have not verified and I can vouch for them. So thank you. So let me ask you then, what is the vision for Fran Medical, the future
Oh,
vision?
oh my goodness. The future vision is to be the leading luxury gift provider for business owners. Like we want to change the landscape of doing business from transactional to relational. We want to bring relationship into boardrooms, and I just feel like if we lead with our heart that way, we will do so much good, not only for the people we're talking to, but also to the community. The vision is also to get into some advocacy, to go in front of large corporations and say, hey, you have the buying power, you have the budget, therefore you have the responsibility to partner with small product based businesses to reduce the revenue gap. So as your business is growing, you can actually bring small businesses along too. So there is quite a bit that we are doing. And ultimately, like we want to just spread love into the world, one ingredient at a time, one gift at a time, because we feel like everyone deserves to be feel sorry we feel like everyone deserves to feel seen and appreciated, and so do your clients. They're no different. Your industry partners are no different, and your referral sources are no different.
Awesome. So thank you. Awesome. So Fran, I cannot leave this show before I ask you one important question. You disclosed to our viewers that you have 4 kids. I know you're married. I know you have this busy business that is keeping you busy. And then you
Yes.
have the Entrepreneur Nation where you joined the several chapters. So let's
Yes.
leave the Entrepreneur Nation out because that's the last question. How
Yes.
is life work balance for you? How do you take care of your family and your business?
Not without support. There is no way that I can do this on my own. I have an incredible support system that I lean on, whether it's to pick up this kid and bring this kid here to this activity, etc. My husband is definitely a hands-on husband. There's nothing that I do that he cannot do. Right? There are things that he does that I refuse to do, but that's for another story. Trash, I do not take out trash. But in all seriousness, it's prioritizing, right? Like I know that in the busy season, like I'm in now, like there are times where I'll be home less, right? He'll be home more, and then vice versa. And so it's just having grace and giving yourself space. You can only do so much with what you have, and also lean on the community that you have, lean on support, and don't be afraid to ask, which is very difficult for me to do. But I tell myself all the time that you have people that are around you that want to support you. Give them the opportunity.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This is great and exciting. And we are coming to an end. If something else comes up, you can definitely always let me know. But I want to highlight you now as a member of the Entrepreneur Nation because we would love to hear your feedback. Fran, when you joined the Entrepreneur Nation, there was no one doing gifting in the way you do it in the entire network, in the entire country where we have chapters. And even now, we don't have.
That's
Right.
right.
So I remember you asking if you could join multiple chapters. Normally, we don't want people to spread themselves thin, but I allowed you to join because there was no one. I didn't want to deny you that opportunity. So
Thank
you
you.
joined, I think, 5 chapters, Fran. So despite that busy life you have talked to us about, the
Yeah,
Entrepreneur Nation takes a percentage of your busy life.
it
And then
does.
eventually, you also became the regional director and helped us to start the Mississauga chapter.
That's right.
My goodness, you are unique. Tell us a little bit about that.
You know what? It all has to do with nurturing relationships. And practically every single person within the Entrepreneur Nation is my ideal client. And I saw it as an opportunity to get myself out there and showcase what I can do. And it's also building relationships. I feed off that. It feels good. I love surrounding myself with like minded people. I believe iron sharpens iron. And that's exactly what I've been able to do within the 2 years, going into the third year of the Entrepreneur Nation. And then being the lead for the Mississauga chapter, the regional director. Again, I am doing what I do anyway. So it's easy, it falls into line, it's very much aligned, and so I am just grateful for the opportunities, Lucy, that you have afforded me, and I'm grateful for the members who are just so kind-hearted, willing to share their expertise, and I'm just thrilled to be a part of such a phenomenal network that you've created.
Thank you. Thank you. We definitely appreciate you. And members have given me positive feedback about you, especially at the Mississauga chapter. They say you are very professional. They like
Great.
the way you lead the group. And I think you have brought that corporate aspect.
I think
Friend, I
so.
was also in the corporate world, and I feel the Entrepreneur Nation brings the corporate aspect that you're sitting down, sharing the meeting that is made up of licensed professionals. So they have
That's right.
given me great feedback, and thank you so much for that.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for the opportunity, Lucy.
Awesome. Our viewers, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.